Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our production of The Magic Mountain. I just want to say some thank yous. Thank you to, and they're not even up here, but the amazing staff who has made this possible because they're flexible and creative and they are willing to allow, take their classroom time to make this musical happen. All the parents who volunteered, whether they brought in food, they helped serve, or they donated things to our silent auction, which is downstairs. It's a fundraiser for the 7th and 8th graders, if anybody wants to check that out. There's a lot of nice things. And Tom over here, Byorker. Did I get it right? Okay, I'm working on that one. Byorker. There's a J in there, so it's a little bit. He has been coming to all of our rehearsals, helping with the piano, and it's helped Lisa. She doesn't have to play the piano, so she's available to help us with everything else. And to Lisa, who brought her vision to the Marble Charter School and shared this with us. It's a beautiful story, and the students also put in some creative pieces in here as well. And so I want to thank the students too. They've been doing amazing with this. I don't know how many of you have gone through school plays, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of all kinds of things. But here we are tonight. So thank you for coming and enjoy the show.
Once upon a time, one of the most beautiful parts of the world, there's a very special mountain.
This was not your average mountain. No, it was very tall, very big, and very beautiful.
And it was magical.
Do you know why this mountain was magical?
Because this mountain was very different from all other mountains.
This mountain could talk.
Rising from within the earth. Skyward to my brothers. Pouring over Mother Earth. My power is rising. Rising from within the earth. Skyward to my sisters. Pouring over Mother Earth. My power is rising. Rising from within the earth. Skyward to the universe. Pouring over Mother Earth. My power is rising. 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 My power is rising.
Long, long ago, before cars or airplanes or video games, everyone lived peacefully beneath the shadow of Magic Mountain. Boxes,
The fox so
of the animals were peaceful and roamed freely.
Trees covered the lush green mountainsides, and fish swam in the deep, icy blue, crystal clear waters of the high alpine rivers and lakes. Fish.
Fish swim in a crystal clear stream, freely floating in a dream. Clean water is my element, dirty water is my descent. We eat bugs and worms and swim deep down. Swiping fish from the river, comes the bear, hither, hither. Gnashing teeth, lengthy claws. A flurry of padded furry paws.
The air was filled with the sweet songs of birds when they migrated south for the winter. Skies would darken for days with millions of birds. Owls.
The wise old owl that lived in an oak, the more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. We should all be like that wise old bird.
Life was in balance and harmony among all things.
Do you know why? The people who lived in the village beneath Magic Mountain were very special, and they had a special way of listening.
They would journey up to Magic Mountain, who they called Magic, and sit for days listening to his great stories.
Magic loved to tell stories. He was very wise. He had seen many things and knew the secrets of the earth.
He knew this was sacred ground.
Sacred ground,
Everywhere I walk about life, sacred ground. Everywhere I walk about life, hear the sound of sacred ground. Sacred ground. Everywhere I walk about life.
So while they're getting the music, I just want to say this is Maya Lopez. She is in 8th grade and she dances at powwows, so she's going to share with us one of her dances.
native children meet the youth elder under Magic Mountain.
Hello, children. Would you like to play a native game called Shiny? Yeah.
Shiny is a game played by men and women using a 3-foot long stick with broad curved end to hit a ball made of raw hide. The ball is driven over the opponent's goal, much like hockey. Oftentimes, the balls were perfectly round-sized rocks and golf balls.
Magic Mountain. You can ask yourself.
I will. Magic Mountain, did you teach you elder this game?
Yes, I did. Long ago, when you elder was your age.
This is cool. Let's keep on playing.
Time to come home, kids. Goodbye, children.
The children went home and dreamed what stories or games would be heard next.
Life was simple.
These stories were told to many generations, filled with nighttime were filled with families and friends and great stories were unfolded.
Blessed with beauty and rapture.
American, so hearing magic stories were a real treat.
The trees can teach us so much about the environment they live in.
The trees tell us about the past. How do they do that? They don't have eyes, ears, or nose. Well, if you look at their rings, it can give you information about how the tree fell and how long they've been there. Wow, that's so amazing. It's like a big history book, and the rings are like the pages. They also help after they die. They feed the decomposers like mushrooms, earthworms, and other insects, which then makes nutrient-rich soil for other plants to grow. Trees give us so much too.
They are essential to life. Why do you say that? They give us oxygen, and we cannot survive without oxygen.
The water is also very essential for all life on Earth. We cannot live without clean water.
How do you know if the water's clean?
Well, there's something called an indicator species. Oh yeah, I've heard of one of those before. They indicate the condition of something in the environment. Yes, that's right. The American dipper is an indicator species. It tells if the water is clean or not. Well, how does it know if the water is clean?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like birds can tell you if water's clean or not. They can't even speak English.
Isn't another name for the American dipper the ouzel?
Yes, the ouzel. If you see them near the water, that means the water is clean. Ouzels eat bugs that can only survive in clean water.
Just like a child, you bend your knees, dancing to the rhythm of the flowing water, stepping so close to the edge of the riverbed. Take a step back and turn around. Ouzel dance, ouzel sing with me, ouzel dipping by the river's edge. Ouzel dance, ouzel sing with me, celebrate your kinship with the family of life. Just like a child, you bend your knees, dancing to the rhythm of the flowing waters, stepping so close to the edge of the riverbed. Take a step back and turn around. Ouzel dance, ouzel sing with me, ouzel dipping by the river's edge. Ouzel dance, ouzel sing with me, celebrate your kinship with the family of life. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
You can always count on my friend the ouzel.
Magic was so happy telling his stories, but as time passed, people moved away.
Towns were being built nearby and animals began to disappear.
Soon no one came to see Magic Mountain. He became sad and lonely because he thought no one cared about his story, so he stopped talking and went to sleep.
As years passed, things changed in the valley of Magic Mountain. Many trees had fallen in the winter from destructive avalanches or were cut for new homes or for firewood for the people settling there. Mining became a large industry in the mountains.
Mr. Georgiou, have you heard the news? Mr. Georgiou, have you heard the news? I heard that there's a seam of pure white marble in this tiny place in Colorado. It is the most spectacular sight. I thought of you because I thought you could find a way to get that marble and do something with it.
Yes, that sounds nice to mine. I can make a lot of money from this marble.
Good luck, it won't be easy. The location is in a tight valley in the heart of the mountains. We just came back from there and it was rugged and cold. Make sure you go prepared. We can't go with you because a map will not help us in trying to find that valley.
I would love to have your expertise.
Whoa! A mining opportunity to get rich quick in the mountains. I think I will join the expedition. My dear friend, Mr. Yule, I hear you are going on an expedition to the mountains.
Yes, I'm going on an expedition to mine some marble. Would you like to join me?
Of course, old chappie.
Well, I will probably need a few skilled mountain men and explorers to navigate the rugged landscape and help us communicate with the natives.
I know a few. I can bring Billy Bean, David Gaggons, and the famous geologist Hermione Hobby.
We're gonna need strong females.
We need to get some axes, pickaxes, and if we can get our hands on some dynamite, that would be great.
Well, I will procure a list of supplies and meet you in Golden 2 weeks from now.
Well then, it's a done deal. See you in the mountains.
We need those little boys. Zayla. Landon and Zayla. Remember? And Copeland.
Hi there. We're gonna be mining in this spot. You might want to find another place to camp.
Yeah, we're gonna be blasting in here, so you might want to leave. Respectfully. I don't want to live here anymore. I don't trust these people. They don't seem to be caring about us very much.
Let's start mining, boys.
We won't get much mining done in the dark. Let's build a fire and a shelter.
Right, we should start looking for some firewood and logs to set up camp. All right. There are so many trees here.
Roads were built right on the slopes of Magic himself. Since most of the trees were gone, the birds that once filled the air with their sweet songs were gone too.
When the miners came, they needed some old houses. When they were building their houses, they cut down the trees that were providing oxygen for the little animals. They were providing oxygen and homes for the little animals for generations.
That was a long trip from Denver. Riding through the mountains is a whole different story than riding through the flat plains.
It was worth it, I hope, but I'm freezing cold.
We can build a house with these trees. We need something quick to protect us from the elements.
Oh no, when will the trees make their nests and get cut down?
And where will all the little animals hide from the cold? They'll freeze without us. I don't miss these mountains. These mountains are good and beautiful. I never did want to leave. When the trees were cut down, a terrible mudslide happened and polluted the fresh water the little animals drink from every day. Ew, I feel sick.
The streams that were once home to many fish were now almost empty from all the fishermen camping nearby. The riverbanks were littered with trash.
I'm scared. I'm scared. There's too many people here. No. Can I use your mask? Would you like to sit
phone service up here. I can't do my work.
This place is so outdoors. Why do we have to camp? Why can't we just stay in a hotel or something?
Why is the water so dirty? Where is all the clean water?
Why are the sinks? This water makes my fur dirty. These fish don't taste very good. I'm thirsty, but I can't drink. Where are all the trees to hide behind? When there's any destruction, whether it's man-made or natural, it causes erosion, usually when it's rains. The muddy water flows into the river and pollutes the water, so the animals that live there die.
Yeah, and clear cutting is mostly part of it. It causes erosion in the river and it muddies up the water so the animals can't drink anything. And it destroys animals as habitats, especially birds.
That is so sad. I will try to take better care of our environment and the animals in our environment.
Welcome back to the second act of Magic Mountain the Musical. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and thank you for all of you that have been on the silent auction to help the 8th graders go on their trip to Nashville. Magic Mountain is a story about a talking mountain, as you know. It's a story about having a special way of listening, about waking up, and about the beauty of the environment in a very rapidly changing world. Music and nature and education are my passion, and the musical accompanying curriculum are a culmination of 40 years of my work. So you can imagine I'm committed to this journey. It all began with a song that I wrote when my son Nathan was in preschool in Carbondale 40 years ago. And then it continued to grow as I was asked to write an environmental music event for the CRMS preschool and the school curriculum. This journey started for me a long time ago when I was 6 years old in Colorado on a vacation with my family. And I was out on a horseback ride in the rain. And I was absolutely blown away by the mica schist glistening in the granite on the ground and the smell of the wet balsam from the pine trees. And something woke up in me that absolutely drove me back here as an adult to live in Colorado. It was my dream to perform this musical here, and it was just absolutely perfect when Gina agreed to it. The reason is that my son Nathan is in 6th grade here. And thank you Nathan and Stephanie for making that happen. Yay, And it takes a village. It takes a village. I would like to thank Gina for all her creative energy. Yes. I think it goes beyond saying you guys all know, her tireless devotion to the school and to the students, and especially for the generous grant that she received from Think 360 Arts. That's part of what made this possible, because Gina believes that artists should be paid for their work. What a concept, right? My job was so much easier with the support of my accompanist here, Tom Byorker. Otherwise, I'd be directing, playing piano, and screaming and yelling and giving cues. So, of course, this production could not have been made possible without the incredible devoted support of the staff and the parents. All the beautiful set, isn't it great what they did here? All the time and the skill and the materials, watching this come together has just been so much fun. So thank you parents and thank you staff. Yeah. I'd also like to acknowledge Carlton Mays. Pretty cool name to do this film. Mountain is a sophomore at Roaring Fork High School, and pretty cool he gets out of school to do this stuff. Nice work, Mountain. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to thank the students for hanging in there with me through illness. I was sick for 2 weeks. For hanging in there even though you had field trips and snow days. We are here today singing and performing for you. So thank you, students. I love you all. You're amazing. And can you believe it's going to be spring on Sunday? So I'd like to invite all of you down to the Kiva True Nature on Sunday at 11 o'clock. I'm doing a reading of Magic Mountain and singing and book signing. So if you want to bring your kids down and have a party with us, please join us. It's free. So look forward to seeing you at the Kiva on Sunday to celebrate spring. Yeah. So let's welcome everybody back to part 2 of Magic Mountain the Musical. Thank you.
One beautiful autumn day, a young boy and his sisters came to camp with their family in the shadow of Magic Mountain.
They have been coming here since they were very small, but this time they could see things look different. They also had a special way of listening.
they noticed a pink glow in the eastern sky. They realized they should get back to their tents so their parents would not worry.
We had better go home now.
Thank you for your story.
I'll never forget them. Bye.
The boy and girl looked so excited that they ran all the way back to their campsite.
Hey, Mom and Dad, wake up. We have something to tell you.
What? The sun has barely risen. Why are you up so early?
So much for rest and relaxation.
No, it's really important.
There was an owl that woke us up and told us stories about the great magic mountain.
What kind of magic? Was it a wizard's owl, like in Harry Potter? No, magic is the mountain. He used to tell people stories about the land.
Then people stopped coming to listen.
Can we go, please?
Yes, this sounds like a very special mission.
Even though their stories sounded pretty unbelievable, their mother and father knew their children had a special way of listening.
They remembered when they were young and heard unusual things too. They understood about wanting to find the owl and journeying up Magic Mountain. You see, the boy and girl had been hiking with their parents since they were very young, and they knew about being in the wilderness. They packed some fruit, cheese, nuts, and water and began their trek up Magic Mountain.
Calling me into the mountains, out of the valley, and over the stream. Come from the wilderness, come find escape. Come feel the misery, don't try to speak. Someone is calling me into the mountains, running me higher towards the unknown. Dare climb the mountainside, dare reach the peaks, dare start the journey, don't try to speak. Some need adventure, some need a test. Search for a hero. I'm on a quest. I hear you calling me. I'm not alone, finding the path that leads me home. Let's start the journey sign, we'll reach the peaks. Let's start the journey, leading us home.
The mountain was very tall and the hike very difficult. They walked and walked until they could see the mountain peak. They sat down to rest.
What's that sound? I think it was dogs. They found wild. Oh, great, Malin. We have come to hear your stories. Please wake up. Oh, great, Malin. Can you hear us? Oh, great, Malin. Please wake up.
Now, Magic had been asleep for many, many, many years, and no one had come to wake him up. As his eyes opened, there was a deep rumble within the earth.
The boy and girl looked at each other and began to run.
My friends, it's good to have you to listen to these stories. So much has changed since anyone wanted to hear my stories. Please, sit down and I will tell you a story. It seems people have forgotten my stories.
So the girl and boy sat down and listened to every word Magic said. Because the changes that had happened were ones that made the children sad and shocked. They wanted to try and make a difference.
What can we do?
Well, I guess there is one thing. Did you know the trees would be cut? Did you know the old road would be gone? Why can't we see what we're doing to our world? There's a reason I'm singing this song.
Where are all the trees?
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Send your plastic cans and your newspapers down to the local recycling center. And don't ever use other phones. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Send your plastic cans and your newspapers down to the local recycling center. And don't ever use styrofoam. Why?
Wow, this looks amazing. Trees are everywhere around. The water looks clean and clear. There's no trash on the ground. This is how it should be. Everything is so much more lush and green than when we were here.
Thank goodness for Magic. Without the stories he told us, this may have never happened. It probably would have looked worse than it was.
He really made us understand the importance of the natural world. If he never woke up, there would probably be pollution everywhere. Look at all the species here working together. Abundance of trees in the forest and coral and algae in the mom.
Cindy taught us that word during Science Friday lesson. When two friends or animals work together, they can survive without each other. Another example is bees and flowers. They need each other to survive. No one helping out.
Yeah, that's symbiotic, as in symbiotic relationship. It can be beneficial or harmful. It is essential to many organisms and ecosystems. They are balanced only by working together.
I still remember that lesson that Maria taught us about mushrooms and trees and how they help communicate with each other. That's an example of a symbiotic relationship.
I never looked at mushrooms in the same way since then. Remember when we went to clean the outside and planted wildflowers? Look at them now, they're so beautiful. I remember when we dug out the marble polishing pit. That was fun. I was there last year, and I saw bees and butterflies swarming the wildflowers. The pollinators are healthy and are keeping the wildflowers around.
It's amazing how humans can really mess up the balance of nature with all of their trash and ignorance.
about the other living things. We should really learn from the birds.